have water from the wholesaler, the distributor, your shop fronts always get the blame. People always go to the shops and say, why are you out of stock? Meanwhile, it's the wholesalers, the factories, Rand Water, that can't produce and supply uninterrupted water supply to the residents of Johannesburg. This is a particularly important pump station. If this Eikenhof pump station doesn't work, Joburg Water would not be able to supply a lot of water to many parts of the city of Johannesburg. So this is why we are here. Unfortunately, leader, we can't go in. This is a national key point. That's why we are standing outside. It's not that we want you to go in, but our provincial leader, Solly Msimanga, has picked up this problem long before it started to make the newspapers.
It feels good to call you MMC's son again. You know, after today's victory, we'll have a chat about that a little bit later on. But you're quite right. You know, the unfortunate part is that in South Africa right now, we've gotten used to letting things collapse before we start doing something about it. The issue of Eskom has been raised over 15 years ago to say you are going to be facing problems. Even during Thabo Mbeki's term, it was raised to then say, with expansion of the population and expansion of cities, you are going to need much more capacity in order to keep the economy going, in order to keep everybody you know, supplied with electricity. That fell on deaf ears, and then we've, a number of years later on, then landed in crisis, which then saw billions of rand put into Medupi and Kusile, which up to today is not able to then give us the amount of electricity that is demanded by you know, the South African population. Let's talk about what is happening here, because right now you're having a situation where you're having a water entity that is getting enough water. So our dams and our rivers are sitting at 90-95%. Some of them are 100% full at this point in time. But we're not able to purify and supply enough water as we should be. Part of that has to do with Eskom. The Eskom's inability to ensure that when there's load shedding, that some of the pump stations are not actually then insulated away from load shedding that takes place, which creates a problem. Part of it is that Rand Water hasn't been able to maintain its infrastructure for a very, very long time, which for now is creating problems and time again. In certain instances, you find that you know, there's big water pipe bursts, or that they have to do maintenance, repairs in certain instances, which then ensure that people are without water for, you know, sustained period of time.